Okay, so Justin here with the Salt and Light Ministry team leaders, and these are our troops on the ground doing the hard work, boots on the ground, doing amazing things for God, for our neighbors, and embodying the love of Christ in ways that represent His hands of getting things done, tangible expressions of love. So I've asked our team leaders to give us insight into some of the things that are happening in their ministries, how they've seen God moving. So let's just jump straight into this. Kirsten Van Gend, tell us your specific area of focus in the Salt and Light ministry. Go.
Yeah, sure. So I specifically work with reaching out in partnerships with immigrants in our community. And right now that looks like partnering with Salinas Valley Memorial Hospital and the local Growers Association as they are supporting migrant farm workers or ag workers who have COVID or have been exposed to COVID, and then they help get them set up at a local hotel to stay in quarantine. So we partner with the hospital and the association to provide some basic need items that they can then pass along to those workers who are quarantined. So we put together little care bags that just have some basic things like toothbrush, toothpaste, some fun snacks and other care items, just as a way to make their stay in quarantine feel a little bit better. Yeah, so that's how we are currently supporting immigrants and agricultural workers in our community right now.
Awesome. Thank you. Would you share with us how have you seen God move in and alongside and through this ministry lately?
Yeah, so through various connections, the Salinas Valley Hospital had reached out to us to see if we would be willing to help donate items. And it's been a really great experience. First of all, getting donations from the church. We set up a process to have people send us things directly from Amazon, and they've been coming to my house because I put them together, and it's just been encouraging just to see the outpouring of people's generosity in buying items, and a lot of people right now, we're all kind of struggling, and so just that simple gesture of purchasing some items has been really amazing to see. And then delivering the items to the hospital office, and the staff there are just so excited when I come and bring some bags of toothbrushes and detergent. And it's just been so humbling to think that such simple items can, get them so excited, and they're so grateful just for something so simple. And I think that's kind of just been humbling to see, first of all, how blessed we are with what we have, and that such simple items can be like luxury items to people in our own community. And just how God is opening doors for us to partner with different groups. We previously were partnering with Catholic Charities, and now we're partnering with hospitals and ag workers, and just opportunities that have opened up just by our church community being willing to go where the need is, and also just to be a voice in the community that supports the agricultural workers as essential workers, and they're working so hard. And so for me personally, it just makes me feel good that I can do something small to support essential workers during this time. So yeah.
Awesome. And I'm gonna throw one more question at you. What is a simple first step that someone can take to start participating in this ministry with you?
Yeah. Well, my personal belief is that the first step is always prayer. I think that if you just, that's nothing that costs us anything except some time. And you can pray anytime, anywhere, for as long as time you have. And so I think just spending some time praying for the different groups, the vulnerable groups that we're supporting, that the others in our team will share about, that will change your heart, and God will put on your heart the specific things that you could be praying for those groups. And then if you are able to purchase items. We have the information of the different items we need on our website. You can purchase straight from Amazon. We've done that to make it simpler if you don't want to go out. But we also recognize that Amazon doesn't necessarily have the best bargain. So if you do like shopping at the Dollar Tree or other places, feel free to, buy items from there and just shoot us an email, and, we can pick up the items from your house, or, do a meetup and pick up the items in a socially distanced way. So yeah, I think right now there's those two areas. I know we're trying to work on ways that people can be even more involved, which is just challenging right now with the COVID restrictions.
Awesome. Thank you. Brilliant. Thanks for sharing, Kirsten. Okay, so and next we have Cheryl Fernside. Cheryl, tell us about your specific area of focus within the Salt and Light Ministry. Oh, hey, Cheryl, I think you're muted. Good old Zoom here.
There we go. So through the Salt and Light Ministry, our church, All Things New, we go ahead and we partner with Gathering for Women here on the peninsula. It's a nonprofit organization, and they reach out to homeless women, and they just supply very real resources to them. They have they can come in and they can get counseling. They can use the day facilities, get hot breakfast, go lunches right now. And so what we have been doing as a church is providing, in much the same way that Kirsten is doing, items that we can pack in a bag each month, and they're usually deodorant, sanitary things that they might need for cleaning themselves up, and then we have toothbrush and paste packets. We have items that we add, like reader's glasses and tissue packets. There's quite a few things that are supplied monthly in this pack, and we take it into them and it's dispersed. And they, at this time, because of the COVID-19, they're not taking clothing donations, but we have done that in the past. So it's really a blessing to be able to collect those items from the church members and to get it over to them. And they're seeking to restock their constantly their clothes closet and the items that are available for the women. So that's one thing that I've been in charge of, is getting that bag to them and collecting the items. And there's quite a few people in the church body that are donating those things, and it's been a really great thing. So
awesome, thank you. And what's one way that you've seen God moving or lately, or how have you seen God moving lately in this ministry?
Just when I go in and deliver with items from our church, there's a lot more reception to who we are. There's more volunteers that are beginning to get to know the name of our church, and are really looking forward to that bag. I think that God is moving in that more and more people are donating items, and so there's significant funds still remaining in that we could go ahead and be a big part of purchasing the holiday gift bag, an item for them, which was actually Denny's gift card. So we were able to do that this year and be a part there. But just last couple times I've been over there, I've run into the same lady. So I feel like there's friendships that are going to begin to develop when we can open up a little bit more. And I'm just praying and asking God to make that something available for me, but for those ladies as well. And hopefully in the future, there's more things that we can do, I think, as a church community, and that would be serving meals or helping with other events as the opportunities arise. So those are things we can be praying for. Yeah.
Awesome. That I look forward to that day when we can all share a meal with some neighbors, housed or not. That'll be awesome. So, and Cheryl, one simple step that someone can take to get participating in what you're leading us in.
So you can go to their website, and that's gatheringforwomen.org, and read about them first, and then you'll have a good understanding what the organization is providing. And then you can go to the church website and look at the Amazon list that Kirsten mentioned. Or you can contact one of the Salt and Light members, and we have items that sometimes it changes. There's things that they add for a particular month or seasonally, and if you'd like to donate. And then hopefully, like I said, there'll be more opportunities to physically serve on site. Right now, they're staffed with about half of their normal volunteers. And so when things open up, it'll be really wonderful to be participating more, I think, as a church community with them. So
Awesome. Brilliant. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Cheryl. And next we have Lynn Winterbotham, who is calling in via phone. So Lynn, tell us about your specific area of ministry within the Salt and Light umbrella. Lynn, you there? I don't think we can hear you. I think you're muted.
Oh, okay. We are trying to address the needs of the elderly in the community. And I think we're being very successful, and we appreciate all the support that the members of ATN have offered us. What we do is prepare gift bags that are distributed on a list of elderly in the community of about 480. And we're working in partnership with Meals on Wheels. They have the database, they have the resources that allow us to do this. They're sending out 35 to 40 drivers a morning to deliver to the elderly in the community. And so all we have to do is flag those that are having a birthday, and we send them something appropriately. And it's not like Cheryl was describing, it isn't so much the hygiene type items. They're things that Meals on Wheels provides that. What we're providing them with is a reason to feel like there's a group of people in the community that are celebrating their life, that there's something special. And I think that's the emphasis we've looked at, that the elderly in the community sometimes are ignored, and so are the immigrants and the single women. They're all don't get the attention they deserve, and that's what we're trying to fill with this Salt and Light ministry. But it's been fabulous. It's been well received. The biggest problem we have now is that we went from about a little over 200 people that we were serving daily at the beginning of the year to we're almost at 500 a day that we're serving. And we need the resources to take care of that. Right now, ATN and their contributors are funding the whole project. Again, we're relying on Meals on Wheels to provide the infrastructure, the office staff, things like that we really don't have the capacity to do. But we think it's been very successful. I know from my personal experience, I've had a lot of comments, both from the clients and the Meals on Wheels staff, that are surprised how successful our participation has been. And thank God. It wouldn't have happened without that helping hand and that direction. So we need help with the resources. Again, we've more than doubled in the past 9-10 months, and that's where we're kind of lacking. So any participation, what we do is we purchase the materials, we assemble them. To be perfectly honest with you, they go into my shed at home, and then Meals on Wheels calls and says we need, 10 women's bags and 6 men's bags, and I go deliver them to them. So it's those materials, and any help assembling things would be really appreciated, or even actually purchasing. Because we're in a partnership that is not completely, we're not driving the boat. We have to deal with the board of directors of Meals on Wheels, and they have to approve what we purchase. So we can't just take anything. We have to kind of pick from a select list, and I would more than welcome any thoughts or creative ideas to expand that, but we would have to run it by the board of directors at Meals on Wheels. We can't just start supplementing on the cuff. That
Right.
won't work. They'll reject what we're doing.
Okay.
So anyway, there you go.
Awesome, Lynn. Thank you. You went through all my questions. I didn't even have to ask them. That was really helpful. Thank you, man. Thanks for what you're doing. So now we have Joan Spute, who is, Joan, tell us about your specific area of Salt and Light Ministry. Yeah, I think you're muted, Joan.
All right, there we go. So my role is to coordinate the Salt and Light folks, as well as to work with our partnership with Monterey High School. And we had a really exciting opportunity to be on the ground floor of developing their resource center. And when they wanted to be ready to open up when school started in the fall, the resource center is for students that are in foster care or other kinds of vulnerable situations. At this point, I think there are students on campus that are using the internet, and they also have some access to some of the things. So we had a list of materials that they would like to have had to begin, and we were able to be real a big part of filling their desires to be set up. Then they had the wonderful opportunity to have some information on TV about their program, and so many other people have been contributing. So at this point, we aren't being asked to provide very much, except they're really appreciating anything that we can do in the way of drinks for the kids, like Capri Suns or Gatorade or the sparkling water kinds of things. And so those are the things they're asking for now. And I guess I'll just jump right in and say, and when I show up, there's such appreciation. When we were setting up, there would be people that would see what we were carrying in, and more and more and more of them would say, "Oh, thank you. We're so grateful for what you're doing." And now, as we come with drinks or with whatever, we had an extra donation. Lynn had found that he had an extra keyboard and mouse, and he said, "Do you think they'd use it?" So I asked them, and they said, "Oh yeah, we can always use." And it was new, it's still in its original packaging, but they're so grateful for what we bring, and just the joy of getting to participate in providing for them is neat. I would just again say that we have a shopping list, both local and Amazon lists, that are on the website. And there's also a link there. I think it's info on the Salt and Light one that allows you to communicate with us that you've got something and you need it picked up, or we need to arrange a time, and we'd be happy to come and pick up what you would want to contribute to any of these ministries. It's exciting to get to be a part of giving back to our community.
Awesome. So thank you. That's a great summary of everything. And you touched on it a little bit. I'm just going to reiterate the website that can provide more info for all this is allthingsnew.church/salt and light, spelled out at the end there. allthingsnew.church/salt and light. And just to kind of summarize, I think one of the things that I love about what you guys are doing is that instead of us going out and trying to create some program or figure out some way to come alongside the people we feel called to love, what we're doing is we're partnering with people who are already on the ground doing the hard work. They know the best ways to support and encourage and walk alongside these people, and the people we're specifically targeting. We want to love immigrants well. We want to love our neighbors without homes well. We want to love elderly and shut-ins. We want to love our disadvantaged youth in our community, and we want to do that in ways that point to Jesus, that bear witness to his call for us to love God and neighbor. And we're doing that in partnership with people in this community who are already doing some great work. So thank you guys for doing that. Again, the website, allthingsnew.church/salt and light. And thank you guys for all that you're doing. Thank you for celebrating the movement of God among you. And thank you for telling us some simple ways that we can start participating with you in that good work. Right on. Well, thank you guys. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.